The prequels are the best Star Wars trilogy because they're the only ones that go beyond good guys versus bad guys. They tell political stories with far more complex stakes than the original trilogy and the sequel. Okay, so I strongly disagree with this statement. I gotta give it to this user though. The prequels do go beyond just good guys versus bad guys and explore more complex stakes and storylines. So does the original trilogy and the sequels. The original trilogy is mainly a story about family and redemption. Luke Skywalker discovers the galaxy and its mysteries. And while doing that, he also discovers who his father really is and learns to not fall to the dark side, like his father did. Darth Vader ends up finding the one thing that could pull him out of the dark side, his love for his children. And this entire trilogy takes place during a time when an evil empire has full control over the galaxy, and when a rebellion starts fighting back. And so the original trilogy is also a story about a family during a dark time for the entire galaxy. Now what about the sequels? Well, there are also stories about a character who self-discovers herself during a time when the galaxy faces an emerging threat, the First Order. So yeah, even if I don't like the sequel trilogy, I have to defend it here. Now what differentiates these trilogies from one another is how much they dive into these political issues. The prequels do go very deep into these political matters, more than the sequels did, and arguably more than the original trilogy did. But does that mean that they're the best trilogy just because of that? Absolutely not. It all depends on what story they tell, and on your personal preferences. Personally, I think the original trilogy is the best Star Wars trilogy because of the profound journey these characters go through, because of how interesting the period of time is, and because of the strong messages these stories tell. If you like the prequels more because they're more political, then good for you. You found what you like to watch the most. But I don't think we should judge an entire trilogy based on how complex its environment is. I think we should judge it by how good and interesting the story is. Yeah, the Republic era is pretty complex and interesting, but in my opinion, the prequels' main storyline is less enjoyable than the OT's one. And so I strongly disagree with this user's take.